Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Monday edition of All In Live Workouts presented by the Sufferfest. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know things are starting to free up in places all around the world. So hopefully you're able to get out and get some vitamin D, get some sunshine, and enjoy being outside a bit. But for today's workout, we're back indoors and we have a special guest today, Heather Jackson. Heather Jackson has been on the Ironman multi-sport kind of radar for a long time, multiple podiums in Kona, or I should say multiple top 5 finishes in Kona, multiple, I think 4 or 5 time winner of Wildflower. And we're going to have Neil kind of take her through the cure. So if you're going to be joining us today for the workout, go ahead and click the link down in the description below, and you can open up the Sufferfest app and follow along. Today's workout is the cure. It's about 35 minutes long, so we should have you kind of in and out for a good lunch hour workout or early morning, depending on where you're at, or I guess dinner time maybe, depending on where you're at. Let's go ahead and bring Neil on and catch up with Neil real quick. Hey, Neil.
How's it going, Matt?
It's great. So glad to be back on a Monday. These Monday broadcasts are give me motivations for Mondays, keep me focused.
Definitely. It's a good way to get the week started. You know, something short today, just 30 minutes worth, but you're going to get some quality in. So it's a great way to set the tone.
Yeah, ease in, because especially I think a lot of people may have gotten actually out or done some big stuff this weekend. So I'm in Strava hunting a little bit, and I've seen a lot of people getting out and about this weekend. So as things begin to free up, so it's good. Kind of, we can call this an opener for the rest of the week.
Definitely. And the one thing, you can tone down any of the workouts in the Sufferfest, and I've done that today. It's easy to do. Just click on the little settings icon, and then you can adjust each of the 40p metrics target individually. So today I've dropped down the map target to 80% and the FTP target down to 90%. Based on the way I'm breathing right now, warming up, I might need some further adjustments. We'll see. I went kind of big yesterday, so we'll see what happens.
I know you're used to it, but every time I see you, I also have to remind myself that you're up at elevation. You're at like 6,000 feet. So
yeah, we got a little bit of that to deal with. So
yeah. Well, let's go ahead and bring Heather on, and we'll get things started. If you're not currently a Sufferfest subscriber, you can check out all that information down in the link below as well. The trial still stands, so the code down for the trial is down in the link. So go ahead and sign up if you're not already signed up. All these workouts that we do are available on the app, as well as the all-in training plans, which are great 4-week plans, just that are really focused on keeping you sort of like at a level where you can stay fit. Healthy is key. And then really begin to, like, when we kind of start to come out of this whole situation, be in a place to ramp up and start to reach your season goals. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring Heather in. She's in Tucson, Arizona. Heather.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. Hey, Neil.
Thanks for joining. Looks like you're all set up and ready to go. Are you ready for a 30-minute workout?
I am ready. I am happy to see that you can adjust your settings down a bit. So.
Did you have a big weekend?
Well, relatively big, I guess. We rode about 5 or so Saturday, and then yesterday I ran about 18. So yeah.
And she doesn't mean 18 minutes or 18 kilometers. I'm pretty sure that's 18 miles, not 30 kilometers. Yeah. If you're wondering at home what that is.
What was that?
If you're wondering, what that is, yeah. That's pretty big weekend.
Last and I ended up on like a 9-hour ride though, so now anything like half of that feels like nothing.
Yeah. Change your perspective.
It's all about perspective. Well, I'm excited to have you on, and I'll be taking questions, from people kind of as the live stream goes, and then you can follow up later with people over on YouTube if you'd like. But for now, let's go ahead and get the workout started.
Awesome. Thanks,
I'll catch up with you guys in a little while.
Cool.
Take care.
Thanks,
All right, Heather. Well, thanks for joining us. We don't have a super long workout today, but we still get a little bit of quality in this one. It's called The Cure. And effectively, we've got like 3 sets of efforts. They're short efforts followed by a steady state type of thing. And the short efforts are 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
Cool.
And then we go into a short kind of like bit of a tempo effort after those. So this is good for getting the system primed for like on-off type efforts you might find like in a criterium or a cross race or track racing or like ITU draft legal racing, that kind of stuff. And then you fall into a steady state. So a lot of times those races, either you're responding to somebody attacking or you're initiating it, and then you kind of have to settle in. So that's a bit what we're simulating today. So make sure you get everything all set up and paired. We're going to start in just under a minute here. Remember to adjust if you need. If you go over to the settings on the app, this is where you can adjust. I've dialed down the map to 80% and FTP to 90%. And like I mentioned earlier, I may need to dial it down a little more. Also turn off the auto pause here. That way the workout will continue. All right. Well, Heather, I'm glad to have you joining. In addition to your triathlon background, you've got a pretty good cycling background too, huh?
Yeah, somewhat. It was short, but I loved it. Yeah, coming right out of college, right out of ice hockey, I raced the road for a couple of years, raced the track for a couple seasons. So that was pretty cool.
So we can talk about that in just a couple minutes once we get things started here during our warm up.
Cool.
All right, we're gonna hit the start button in 10 seconds, or the play, I guess. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So ice hockey, I don't know if you know my background. I never played ice hockey, but I actually worked with a lot of ice hockey players. Going way back, I was actually a strength and conditioning coach with the Hershey Bears, AHL team.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
oh
yeah, because you went to school. Yeah, so you went to school in Princeton. I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania originally. That's where I'm born and raised. I went to school at Penn State University, which has a pretty good club hockey team, and then moved back to Hershey, and I worked at the Penn State Center for Sports Medicine. And part of the deal there was we provided the off-ice strength and conditioning program for the Bears.
Oh my God, I grew up going to actually soccer tournaments in Hershey. There was like a massive soccer tournament there. I just remember there was like a field complex with like 20 soccer fields.
Yeah.
Actually, my hockey coach, Jeff Campersall, he was at Princeton since he graduated. I think it was like early 90s. He was my coach. He actually got hired at Penn State for the women's first D1 program.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he's been there like 3 or 4 years now.
Small world sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
So I worked then a little bit with the Colorado Avalanche out here. After that, when I was in grad school, and then after that, when I was working and helping them with some of their testing and things they do. Again, they use basically stationary bike for a lot of the off-ice conditioning for hockey. So
yeah,
it was a good fit.
Yeah, totally. It's crazy. I mean, I grew up like riding my bike around the neighborhood, but not cycling per se. And then, yeah, for hockey, we do sessions like on the stationary bikes, extra, cardio stuff.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're warming up today. The type of efforts, people have often heard of like a Tabata series, named after a Japanese physiologist. Dr. Tabata actually learned a bit of these type of interval duration from a speed skating coach in Japan. So 20 second on, 10 second off comes from the ice background. So
so good.
Everything ties together, even whether we plan it or not.
I also studied Japanese basically through high school and college.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, well, you'll have to look at the history if you're interested, or just do the work today and then
Yeah.
some point look back. Yeah, Dr. Hirofumi Tabata. All right, so we got a little warm up as you see here, 8 minutes worth of warm up. We're a couple minutes into it, 5 minutes into it or so, or 3 minutes into it, sorry. We get some recovery, and then our rounds, we have 8, 7, and 6 rounds of the 20 on, 10 off respectively for the 3 sets. And we have tempo efforts, which I believe the first round is it's maybe 3 minutes and then 2.5 and then 2 at the end or something like that. I don't even recall right off the top of my head. It'll be a surprise.
Perfect.
Oh man, this is good stuff. Well, in addition to podium at Kona, you've won a few Ironman races, right? Like, what was the first Ironman race that you won?
The first was Ironman Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
So that was 2016. And then I've won Placid a couple times. Also where I played ice hockey for the national team.
Yep, that's part of the winter Olympic training.
Yep. And then last summer I went over to Spain, which was amazing. I'd never been. It was incredible. And then, so yeah, I won that one in Vitoria, Spain.
Man, very cool. So continuing a little warm up, you see some little stair steps here, a little up, down, up, down. Got a couple shorter efforts and then we'll get ready. Yeah, Lake Placid. I actually did the first year of Lake Placid in 1999.
Oh my gosh.
Way back. Thomas Hellriegel won that day.
I was probably there for hockey.
That's awesome. Yeah, I stayed out by Mount Hovenweep, out by the biathlon course there.
Yeah, totally. I was there the summers like 97 through like 2005-ish.
Oh man, that's crazy. Probably overlapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about that course, especially like it being a first year, back in 99, it was nobody really knew like how taxing that course was. And the fade from lap 1 to lap 2 of the bike course was absolutely amazing for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
I think I was like, what did I go, like 2:30 on lap 1 and like 3 hours, 10 minutes on lap 2 of the bike. So it was like, oh crap, I got to run a marathon and I'm kind of near the end.
Exactly. That's what I tell everyone.
Yeah, save a little something. Oh, yeah, I remember on the backside, there's those hills, like on the way back in. And on the second lap, I took a, spare tubular off, dropped it at the aid station, anything that was basically not absolutely required on the bike, anything to lighten it up, I jettisoned. So I was like, I don't think I can do any additional work and get to the finish.
Exactly.
Another little stair step up of effort, getting things primed. So based on some of those courses, you kind of like the hilly stuff, huh? Also Wildflower?
Yeah. Wildflower, Placid. Yeah, I need hills to make up for the time I lose in the water.
Yeah, well, you've played your cards very well.
I choose my races very carefully.
Yep, definitely. Strategy is important even in long racing. It's not just straight up.
Yeah.
All right, little recovery here. Pedal, breathe. Whew. Already sweating. It's finally warmed up here. I'm guessing it's been warm down there in Tucson.
Oh man, this week was like the breaking point. It's like over 100 all this week.
Oh, geez, that's hot.
So, yeah, you have to train early.
Yeah, but we've gotten into the 80s here in Boulder a couple days. So
yeah,
there's a nice opener, kind of a yellow map target here, just to wake up the legs. We have one orange target that I forgot about. That's going to be a big hit, but it's only like 10 seconds. Just enough to get everything firing and online. Whew. All right, well, I'm going to be making use of my water bottle. Hope you do too. Short workouts like this, do you just drink water? Do you have fuel in there? What's your strategy on a short workout?
Yeah, today, this one's just water actually right now. The longer ones for sure. Got a lot of Herbalife 24.
Yeah.
This morning.
Bring up cadence. You're going to get a big resistance here. Don't let it be a shock. There it is. Just 15 seconds. Nice work. Couple more seconds. And perfect. Now we get 90 seconds easy. Just recover. Well, Wildflower is another one of my all-time favorite races from way back.
Oh my God. That's my ultimate favorite.
Yeah.
Such a weekend.
Yeah, so I coached the University of Colorado Triathlon Club team way back, what was it, 98, 99, 2000.
Oh,
and that's where the collegiate championships were held every year until sometime maybe around 2002 or 3, they moved it elsewhere. But man, that was a good time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think they brought it back too, though, because even in the last years that I did it, it was collegiate championship.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's such a good event. All right. Well, in 25 seconds, we're going to start into round 1. I'm going to try to keep talking to some degree throughout. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. We're out here riding with Michael Cotty, it looks like. So, all right. In just 6 seconds, we're going to start off this first effort, even with everything toned down. This is a little over threshold for these 20 seconds, and there we go. So think about keeping your core strong and stable during these efforts. So all the power is going into the pedals. Nicely done. And there's 10 seconds. Perfect. 1 down. 7 to go. And there's some donuts. If you're watching the workout, a little temptation, and that 10 seconds went real fast. Game on. Just take these one at a time. Perfect. Strong all the way through. And recover and breathe. Perfect. In 3 seconds, next one. And here it is. Nicely done. Well, I did the half Ironman at Wildflower, or whatever they call it these days. We called it half Ironman racing back then. I think only one time as a pro, and man, horse is relentless. Never an easy day out there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 4. Super strong. I did win the mountain bike triathlon there one year, which was pretty fun back in about 2000. Because I was coaching the team and just wasn't as smart for me to try to do the longer race. When I was coaching, just had too much to do.
Totally.
Zipping out for less than an hour, sprint distance, mountain bike triathlon was an easy one to be able to fit in the day before the collegiate race. It's the same day as the half, so on the Saturday. Got to do that. Good work. All the way to the end. Awesome. All right, I think we just have 3 more. Or 1 more 3 times. And here it is. Super strong. Good work. 5 more seconds. Nice. And excellent. Oh, cream puffs there, man. It's making me hungry.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't even have anything good tasting like that at home these days. So it's gonna be torture here. 10 more seconds. It's effort number 7 of 8. Good work. Finish strong. There it is. Nicely done. And effort number 8 of 8. Here it is. 20 seconds. Good job. 3 more seconds. And recover. All right, no extra recovery. In 5 seconds, we're going to go right into the tempo effort. And there it is. Nicely done. You know the best way to make threshold efforts feel easy? Go way above threshold first. Before that. All right, now I'm feeling pretty comfy here. Especially having it dialed down to 80%. That helps. At 100%, it would still be just below threshold, but not far. Good work. Got 50 more seconds here. I'm gonna kind of drop down as if I'm either breaking off or I've been dropped and trying to regain the group here. Either of two things are very common for me. Tend to be off the front or off the back. I guess I don't have as much patience in the group often. Nicely done. 20 more seconds. So will you be heading back to Bend anytime soon?
Yeah, that's the plan. We kind of gave ourselves that April 30th date to see what was going on, obviously, with the travel, stay at home, but
yep.
We'll drive anyway. So, yeah, we're going to head. Whew.
Good job. Get over 2 minutes recovery. Look at that.
Yeah, we're going to head either sometime this week or next week is a tentative plan. Yeah. Looks like it's warming up there, so.
Yeah, getting through. We'll probably get a little snowstorm here and there, but not a ton of accumulation, hopefully.
Yeah, the May is always, yeah.
Yeah, a little touch and go.
We usually head this weekend, right about now, actually, because this weekend I was actually going to try Belgian Waffle Ride yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we would head back up after that. But obviously that's been postponed to November.
Yeah, reschedule. Everything's a little bit different.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're making some changes to your schedule this year. Again, there have been more changes that have come unplanned, unexpectedly, but you're going to be throwing in how many different like gravel events in addition to your triathlon schedule?
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to get my Kona slot at Arizona. So,
it's not luck. You earned it.
That was primarily so I could tentatively have done like the first half with gravel, which is just, looks so fun, super interesting, super just like my vibe, I guess, like stuff I like. Yeah, I could ride my bike all day. So for me, the bike is like the best part of try.
Yeah. In 3 seconds, we're going to start set 2. So just get ready.
Okay.
There it is. Yeah, being a strong cyclist generally pays big dividends in triathlon, especially long course triathlon. But it's still Helpful for short course, for draft legal, everything. I mean, if you think about the bike in triathlon, it takes up about half of the race in most cases. Some cases a little more than half the time. So you got to be fit there. You got to be fit enough on the bike so then you can run well, which is, again, a skill set that you've got.
Once I get to land, I'm okay.
Yeah, I was the opposite. Fast swim, good bike, and then hang on life on the run. Good work, 2 down. Pedal and breathe in the recovery.
I was going to start with Belgian Waffle and then Dirty Kansas.
Those are big ones. Definitely solid. Solid big days in the saddle.
Yeah.
Good work. Yeah, earlier this year you were out here in Boulder, right?
Oh yeah, it was last time I saw you. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Such a cool day.
Definitely. All right. Here we are, number 4. Yeah, we had started the Old Man Winter Ride, and it was crazy conditions. Snow and heavy snow, and the roads underneath were a bit icy and dicey. They ended up basically canceling the race. We were about 10 miles into it, but still had a heck of a fun time out there.
Yeah. Like I was back on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. Good work. Super strong here. All the way through and recover. Nicely done. Just 2 more short efforts. Then we get back into the steady state. Awesome. Cross guys are attacking at the front. That was Vanderpool and now Van Aert. It's all about that hard acceleration. Have you done any cyclocross, Heather?
Yeah. Actually, I raced a couple seasons across as well.
Yeah. Not at all.
Early on. This was all right when I first met Waddy.
Just jump in and get into it all. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to race more cross way back. Did my first cross race in about 10 years this past fall. Just did it on a single speed.
Oh my, nice.
I was way over geared.
Yeah.
Quickly that the gear that I had was not a good one. All right. Short efforts done. Steady state coming up in 1 second or now. Just 90 seconds steady here. Again, switch position. Go down into the drops. Try to get that power producing in that arrow position. Go
yeah, 2013.
Real arrow part.
I raced Cross Vegas, which is super cool.
Oh man, that's such a good one. Actually, let's see, 2013. If I recall correctly, somebody will have to call me out on this. Is that the year that Meredith Miller won?
I believe so, yeah.
I was coaching Meredith at the time.
Okay.
And I was with the U.S. national team, though, at the track Pan American Championships down in Aguascalientes, Mexico.
Okay.
So I was watching it on a very grainy, low-speed stream.
Oh, no.
In the hotel in Mexico, and she won. I was just absolutely psyched.
Really?
Miller was there, and he said, "Hey, meet you downstairs for a beer." Had a beer to celebrate her win on that one.
That's awesome.
Just a couple more seconds. And recover. Whew.
Oh, man.
Nicely done. So on the track, let's see, did you actually win the national title?
Oh, did I? No, I got third. But yeah, I was mainly doing individual pursuit, and then they took that out. In 2012, I was possibly gonna train with the team, mainly Sarah Hammer and Dotsie. I'm super good friends with Dotsie Bausch, so she had me out there. I was training with her, and then I had done a couple years of tri, and it was one of those decisions, like I either need to be all in, with one or the other. So
I think it worked out okay for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I know for sure, but I still love following it. Follow the women who continue to crush it.
Yeah, that team, the 2012 team, was a great one. I mean, we had Sarah, Dotsie, Jenny Reed, Lauren Tamayo. Definitely a bunch of hitters. I mean, Olympic silver medal that year was pretty surprising for a lot of folks. All right, set 3. Here we go. Same 20 on, 10 off, a little bit easier on the targets here, just a touch. So for me, these are now right about threshold for the 20 seconds on. And the 10 seconds off are pretty much as easy as you can go. But don't stop pedaling. That's the easiest. That doesn't count though. Good work. All right, effort 2, strong. Target cadence right around 100 RPM. Plus or minus a couple RPM if you can. And recover. Nicely done. All right. Effort number 3 on tap. Here it is. Good job. Few more seconds. There it is. Excellent.
I gotta give a shout out to my mom.
She's following along. Awesome.
I let her know my Wahoo kicker that's in Bend.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. Good to have everyone joining too out there. Just 5 more seconds on this one. And then there's 1 to go twice. There's 1 to go until there's 1 to go.
I want to go twice.
All right.
Championship rounds.
Yeah, here we go. Effort number 5 of 6. Great job. A few more seconds. Looks like we're in Flanders here with Alberto Bediol last year. Ooh. Just 10 seconds recovery. And as Dave Toll would say, 1 to go, 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 1 to go. Here it is. I wonder if announcing races at altitude is harder for those guys. I know Dave lives at altitude. He's up in Fort Collins now, so he spends a fair amount of time at altitude, but I wonder when Brad Soner comes up to elevation, whether it's harder for him. We'll have to ask. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Final tempo section, just a minute here. Just going to drop down arrow. I'm going to go into my imaginary aero bars. Back in the day, we used to have brake cables out front and could hold on to them, but now you just got to hope that you don't hit a pothole and run into trouble. Good work. Almost home. Just 30 more seconds. Nicely done, everyone. Best way to practice having a strong finish is to finish strong. Bring it all the way to the line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Well done. Whew. Even dialed down. It's a bit of work. Sweating for sure. Even with the headwind going full bore.
Yeah.
I'm full of sweat. All right. That is very well done. So Heather, what else is on tap for you today? Any other sessions?
What was that?
You got some more training to do today, or is it an easy day?
Definitely easier. I'll probably keep riding for a little bit, and then I've got a little jog later, some core and strength work, but Mondays are usually pretty easy. Mondays and Fridays, so
yeah.
Worked out well to get some efforts in, spin the legs.
Yep, just a little bit. Well, thanks for joining, Heather. Really enjoyed having you.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yeah, Heather, we're really looking forward to actually seeing you, not just racing, Ironman again, but really looking forward to seeing you on some gravel races. As you said, like this last weekend was going to be the big kind of first test. And after, I think what we've all seen, or not all of us, but what I've had the privilege of seeing in Boulder is you definitely have the bike handling skills. That is for sure, because we were riding in some very slick conditions. And there's no doubt that you have the skills to hang with everybody. And obviously the engine. So, BWR would be awesome, but DK, God, I so hope you can make DK this year. That's going to be amazing.
Oh man, actually, to be perfectly 100% honest, that's like the first race I'm like thinking could happen this year. So I'm targeting that day. So
I know I'm so excited. I think so many people are talking about it. One, if it's going to happen, two, like, is it actually going to be around, I think right now it's slated for the 10th of September. And I mean, that's a solid, month away from Kona, and they haven't bumped Kona back yet. So, fingers crossed that kind of everything sticks with the plan. You've punched your ticket for Kona already. So are you thinking DK, even if they keep Kona 4 weeks out, DK is like prep?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for sure. I know they're talking right now about moving Kona. They're going to announce this month, but I think even if it stays for me, I mean, obviously the biggest concern would be safety just going down. But other than that, I don't think that the effort, that is like a perfect day for me. So it's a long day. It's what I need to prep for. It's a month out. And I don't have to run a marathon. So
yeah, you don't have all that impact and everything. Yeah, I agree with you on the safety part. I think that's definitely one of the concerns, right? Is kind of what would happen if you went down there that close, to Kona. But wouldn't it be amazing though to also go there and have an amazing ride, and then go to Kona and have an amazing Kona, and just and like you've completely reframed the conversation, right? Like what's possible to get ready for Kona? Like that is, I think, absolutely awesome. So, well, listen, we're gonna have you back on Friday for a Q&A. Really excited to have you back. And we'll take questions from everybody, have a little discussion with Neil, talk, training and racing, and a bit more about, DK prep and what you know and what you don't know, about gravel. And maybe we'll have a few guest people kind of comment in on some questions and get maybe Boz to come in. I know you guys have a hometown of Bend in common. And he's got a little bit of a history with Ironman as well through his family. So maybe we'll get him to chime in on that as well. But thanks again for joining, Heather, and we'll catch you on Friday.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks so much for having me. See you guys on Friday.
Thanks. All right, Neil. Well, we're back at it on Friday for another live Q&A. Thanks everybody for joining today. Today's workout was the cure, so if you want to go ahead and redo that again, you can go back and follow along, watch the YouTube video. or just click through and actually do the workout using the Sufferfest app, pair it to your smart trainer, pair it to your kicker, and get the full workout. Also, go and get your questions queued up for Heather and Neil on Friday. Have them ready to go. We'll be taking live questions the whole time. If there's anything you want to talk about, send those over now in a message, in a comment, and we'll queue Heather up to kind of talk about certain topics. I know on top of my list is gravel, especially, we kind of already talked about it a little bit here, but Neil, with her, she's one of the first real big time multi-sport athletes that is, really kind of sinking her teeth into gravel, really wants to make a go of it.
Yep.
And obviously we know the engine's there, right?
Definitely. No, it's very exciting to come at things at an angle that others haven't yet considered, and just go for it. So I think it's going to be a really good fit.
And that's the cool thing about Heather, is that she's always gone, she's done things her way, and she's always kind of gone with her gut and followed her heart on things. And that's really what makes her, a long-time Wahhooligan with Wahoo. And I think that's one of the things that people really identify with her is her passion for sport, and always wanting to take on a new challenge. So it's amazing to me that she's not defined by one thing, but just has so many things she's interested in. So excited to talk about all that stuff with her on Friday. So,
definitely.
All right, Neil.
Great. All right.
We'll catch you on Friday. Thanks a lot for the workout.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Friday for live Q&A, 12 p.m. Eastern. You can do the math in your head with wherever you're at. So maybe it's morning, evening for you if you're in Europe. And if you're not currently a Sufferfest subscriber, please check that link in the description below. Use the all-in code there for your trial, and then sign up for a 4-week all-in training plan. Keep yourself motivated, fit, and ultimately healthy during this time, and then be ready to go and start making big strides towards your season goals. We will catch you guys on Wednesday here for a 12 p.m. Eastern yoga and strength training class with Coach Susie, and then back here on Friday for live Q&A. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great week.